everybody, it's Rabbit, and oh my goodness, I am absolutely freezing. Yesterday it was about 70 degrees outside the entire day, and then randomly last night it dropped to about 40, and all day today it has just been so freaking cold and windy. We've got like 25-mile-per-hour winds out there, so it feels much colder than 40 degrees. Oh my gosh, it's just so cold. Since I've kind of just been holed up in my apartment over the weekend, brooding about how cold it's been and how cold it's going to continue to be, I thought that it would be really nice to just go ahead and make another story video while I am drinking my coffee from a straw. But I thought it'd be fun to tell you guys another story because you seem to like these a lot, and I've had quite a few requests for different topics, so I will very slowly over time get to each of the things you guys have asked me. So as you can tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about something really dumb that I did when I had a crush on a guy, because a lot of you have inquired about previous crushes and other boyfriends that I may have had, and I actually don't have a very long boyfriend or crush history. I don't know, I just was never that into guys. I thought a couple of guys were cute, but you know, I don't really have a romantic past outside of my experiences really with my husband and maybe like 2 or 3 guys. So when people have asked me about, you know, what was your first crush and, you know, what have all of your previous crushes looked like, I had to think back on some of them, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to tell you guys one of the really stupid decisions that I made for the sake of getting a guy to notice me. And I mean, it's not stupid in the sense that it was just this really crazy, outlandish thing, but I mean, you'll see in just a second. So this was one of my early crushes. I think I was in the 8th grade, maybe the 7th grade, and he was about 2 years older than me. And growing up, I went to private schools. It was just something that my family thought was really important, and it wasn't until the 10th grade, 9th grade, it wasn't until about high school that I actually started attending public institutions or public schools. So at this time, the private school that I was attending was so small. I would say for our entire like middle to high school building, we had maybe 40 students total. So in my class alone of like 8th graders, I think I was in the 8th grade, I think there were 12 of us, if that many. So we will just go ahead and call him Elijah. And Elijah was quite nice actually, and his best friend was the older brother of one of my classmates who I happened to be really good friends with, which sounds kind of complicated, but it's really not. I had a crush on Elijah for about a year, and I mean, I didn't make it a secret. I mean, our school was so small and pretty much everyone knew everything that was going on, so a lot of other people knew that I liked him, and I'm sure he knew as well. I've never really been a shy person or afraid to express myself, but I always was really concerned about how I came across to other people, so I didn't want to actually like go up to him and talk to him about it or see if he liked me back, you know, the awkwardness that always ensues when you're like in the 8th grade and you like someone. One evening at a slumber party with a couple of my girlfriends, we were all talking about our crushes and trying to figure out, you know, like how are we gonna get boyfriends or how are we gonna talk to these guys that we really like. And we were so dumb thinking back on it, because us just sitting in a little circle eating candy and cookies and watching stupid romantic comedies, you know, it wasn't going to change our situation any. But you know, we were convinced that we had to do something to get these guys to notice us. So one of my friends, when it came to my turn, when they were going to counsel me and tell me what I needed to do to get Elijah's attention, they suggested that I join a club. Just to give you a little bit of background on Elijah, he was a very active member of our small chess club. So there might have only been like 10 people total who played. And according to my friend, she was like, you know, that'd be such a great way to really get to meet him. And since the organization is really small, because we're at this teeny tiny private school, you would get to not only be on his team, but you would sometimes get to practice with him. You guys would always be in the same room together at all the meetings. There'd be no way he wouldn't notice you, and then you can declare your undying love for him. We were so stupid. I realize it even just saying this out loud. But let me continue. So, I don't know why I took my friend's awful advice, because at this point in time, I'd never played chess before. I didn't know anything about chess. I'd played checkers and Chinese checkers, and that had been the extent of my board game skills. As some of you are probably aware, chess is a really strategic and mind-intensive game, and while I enjoy chess now, at the time, I guess in my mind I was thinking, oh, it's just like checkers. It'll be no problem. I'll go in there, I'll learn the game, and I will impress Elijah, and he will be madly in love with me, and we will graduate together, and we will settle down and live happily ever after. Wrong! It did not happen that way. So I joined our chess club because the way the school operated, you didn't really audition for things since it was so small. They usually needed more members to participate in the different organizations and events and programs that they offered. So I literally went up to the lady who was, would you call her the coach? The leader, the organizer, whatever you would dub her. She was the mom of my classmate whose older brother was best friends with Elijah. So I went up to her and I said, I want to play chess. I want to join the chess club. And she, I think, kind of knew what was going on, because I'm sure my friend probably told her, or told his brother, who told her and told Elijah. So they all knew what was going on. But this teacher was very, very smart, because I guess she figured, you know what? I'm just going to let her go through with this and undertake this on her own. And if it works out great, we have a new chess player. And if not, at least she tried something new. So I joined this stupid chess club, and guys, I swear, it was so awful. The first meeting that we had, I had no clue what was going on. So I looked so stupid, because when she was going through and she was like, okay, so is everyone ready to try their hand at chess? We're going to practice for like 30 minutes and blah, 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 whatever you're supposed to do at a stupid chess club meeting. So of course I'm like pumped, and I'm like, yes, I'm going to go and I'm going to sit right next to him, and he's going to teach me chess, and I'm going to be so awesome at this game, and I'm going to learn it so fast that there's no way he's not going to notice me. Finally, she stops talking and going through all of their little chess club announcements, and she breaks us up into groups. So that's the first thing that was kind of weird, because I thought I would naturally get to pick who was going to be my partner, but she ended up pairing me with someone else who was really hardcore, which I still think she did this on purpose, because this person was so intense and he was beating me so badly I couldn't even figure out how to play or what was going on. So that first meeting was a complete flop, and just to save time and not go through all the other horrible meetings that occurred after this, I never actually learned how to play chess. I never got to go to any of the meets because I was absolutely terrible, and not even once did I get to sit and practice with Elijah. So my plan completely failed, and if anything, I looked super dumb, because whenever she would ask people to give announcements or to talk about how their different strategies were going, like, or whatever, I still sound like a complete noob talking about this. Anyway, the point is that I was always the only person who never had anything to contribute to discussions. I was the only person in the club who never went and competed at any of the little meets that they had. I just looked so dumb. Like, it didn't even seem like I belonged there, and I'm pretty sure everyone knew why I was there, and it was really, really uncomfortable. So, what is the moral of this story, you're probably asking, and what is the point of me telling you guys all this? The point is, if you like someone and you're in the 8th grade, just either talk to them about it or let it go. Don't join a stupid club that you're not even interested in, because more likely than not, you're going to end up looking really stupid when you join it and things don't turn out how you planned. What's kind of funny is several years later, when I was in one of our school plays, so I had switched schools and I started attending a public school. It was like the 10th grade. I was in our theater club, and I took a lot of theater classes offered by my high school. And it was so crazy, because one of the girls who became a really good friend of mine at the public school I was attending, she started dating my previous classmate, who was the younger brother of the friend of Elijah. I know this is not making any sense. Basically, all you guys need to know is that Elijah ended up coming and seeing me in one of the school plays, and he ended up giving me flowers. I mean, I was with Andrew, my now husband, who was my boyfriend at the time. But I don't know, looking back on it, that's kind of cool. And I'm pretty sure he always knew. He never said anything, but he always knew. Okay, guys, that's it. That's my story. Probably not the best story, but I thought I would share it anyway, just to let you guys know that I've been there too, where you really like someone and you're just really young and, quote, in love, unquote. And, you know, when you're that naive, you're desperate and you'll do whatever you think it takes to get the guy, which apparently in my mind meant joining a strategic board game club. I don't know. I think most people probably write love notes and then pass them around to the person, but not me. No. I join a chess club. I guess it turned out okay because now I like chess and I'm pretty good at it. I'm not the best, but I can hold my own. I know it's different from checkers now, which was something that 8th grade rabbit did not know. But okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope it's warm wherever you are and that you're not as cold as I am. But if it is cold, make sure you stay bundled up, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.